Within the next 60 seconds, 20 million cells in your body will divide. It is a biological symphony of flawless precision. But in a world this complex, errors are inevitable. Most glitches are caught by internal quality control and deleted. Cancer is the glitch that escapes. It is a single cell that has learned to ignore the code, disable its self-destruct sequence, and play by its own rules. Today, we are not looking at the genetics of this killer. We are exposing its logistics. We are uncovering how our daily menu provides the raw materials to build a disease. This isn't just about what causes cancer, it's about what feeds it. Welcome to the biology of betrayal. When you consume high glycemic carbs, white bread, pastas, liquid sugars, your blood becomes a high-octane sea of glucose. This triggers the growth command. Your pancreas floods the system with insulin and IGF-1. To a normal cell, these are instructions to work. To a cancer cell, they are a megaphone screaming, divide, grow, conquer. In breast cancer specifically, these cells can have 6 times more docking stations for insulin than healthy tissue. They are starving for the signal. But the danger isn't just sweet. The way we prepare our protein has a dark secret. While there is debate on the risks of red meat itself, the real menace is often created on the grill. When muscle meats are cooked at very high temperatures, the chemical structure changes. This process creates 2 potent carcinogens, HCAs, heterocyclic amines, and PAHs, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. They are microscopic wrecking balls. When you consume these charred surfaces, you are ingesting compounds that have one mission: to physically enter your cell's nucleus and mutate your DNA. The risk intensifies with processed meats, bacon, sausages, and hot dogs. These contain added nitrates and nitrites for preservation. Once inside the complex chemistry of your stomach, these additives react to form nitrosamines, compounds scientifically proven to be powerful DNA-damaging agents. By loading our bodies with these compounds while omitting protective fiber, we create the perfect fertilized soil for a tumor to root. And then there's the social habit we often excuse: alcohol. The data is uncompromising. International agencies classify alcohol as a Group 1 carcinogen, the highest level of certainty, putting it on the same list as tobacco and asbestos. Alcohol doesn't act alone. It is the master facilitator. In your body, it is metabolized into acetaldehyde, a highly toxic compound that directly damages DNA and prevents cells from repairing it. But its most insidious role is that of a solvent. By breaking down the protective barriers of your mouth, throat, and digestive tract, alcohol allows other carcinogens from smoke or polluted air to easily penetrate your tissues and reach your DNA. Furthermore, alcohol depletes critical nutrients your body needs to defend itself, like B vitamins and folate, the fuel your immune system uses to hunt cancer.
This deep dive into logistics may seem overwhelming, but there is a reason we must understand the enemy's blueprint. When you know exactly how the traitor operates, you gain the power to strike its weak point. Cancer is addicted to sugar. It depends on a specific logistics chain. By shifting your diet to prioritize high fiber, low glycemic foods, and eliminating liquid sugars, you starve the Warburg engine. You cut the fuel lines. By embracing antioxidant-rich, anti-inflammatory whole foods, you neutralize the free radicals before they can strike your DNA. And by reinforcing your cellular barriers and boosting your immune system, you stop providing the enemy with its favorite building materials. We will never stop all mutations, but we can stop building the architecture of betrayal. Stop feeding the killer, feed the life.